Ramos.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ramos, before we proceed on this plea, I am informed that you intend to submit a plea. I need to inform you of rights and protections and make a record of it. Ms. Kayleen Rivera, our court reporter, is going to make a record of the entire proceeding. You have the right to remain silent. That means that you don't have to make any kind of statement. You don't have to say anything at all. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to submit written paperwork that has your signature, especially any papers that admit or confess to wrongdoing. Do you understand you have that right?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a jury trial. That means that you and your attorney and the state could select from a pool of people, of jurors, random jurors, 6 people who would decide, who would hear the case if you went to trial and decide whether you've been proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt or whether you're not guilty. You understand you have the right to a jury trial.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to confront witnesses. That means if you went to trial, there would be people who would testify, witnesses. You and your attorney could question, cross-examine, or challenge any witness that would testify. Do you understand you have that right?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to appeal. That's a pretty technical right, including the right to demand either you yourself or your attorney by himself or the two of you together. You could demand that a higher court review the entire record and the evidence in this matter and the results for whatever legal challenge you wanted to make. You'd have to use the right paperwork. You'd have to be aware of the time limitations and the other rules concerning appeal. Do you understand you have the right to appeal?
Yes, sir.
Also, you have the right, you and the state individually, each of you has the right to demand that this proceeding be held in the open public courtroom. Because of the COVID pandemic, we're not doing that. What we're doing is using video conference. But to do that, you have to, you don't have to, you have the choice. But if you wish to proceed in this matter, you'd have to agree to proceed in a video conference instead of the open public courtroom. The state has to make that agreement too. And it's my understanding, and we'll see that there are documents that show that. Do you understand you have the right to make that demand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, to proceed on this matter, you have reviewed paperwork and signed it with your attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
One of the papers is the actual consent to do this by video conference as we are doing. Did you review that with Mr. Locke?
Yes, sir.
And you signed it?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that the state signed one also, where the state agrees to video conference?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Locke, are you satisfied that the state has complied with Article 39.14 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure to the extent that you have signed a document acknowledging that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Ramos, to proceed now, you were charged with DWI second. There is a large document that has 15 numbered parts. That document says that you're going to plead guilty to DWI second. Did you see and understand that document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it closely with Mr. Locke?
Yes, Your Honor.
Among the things I want to point out is that it says in there that the agreement that you made with the state, I don't have to accept it. As the judge, I have the authority and responsibility to say yes or no. In fact, I have to say either yes, we're going to follow your deal, or no, we're not going to do it. It's no in between. Also, I can give you a punishment that's greater than what you agreed to, even though it would be within the range. Now, the range for DWI second is a fine from $0 to $4,000 and jail from 0 days to 1 year. Did you see and understand that information?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions about that document?
No, sir.
Now, if I were to reject your deal or give you a punishment that's greater than what you agreed to, the law would allow you to start all over again. And nothing that you've said or signed up till now would be used against you. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, proceeding further, there's a document called a plea agreement. Did you review that carefully with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Pollard, tell me what the agreement is, and then we'll review it with Mr. Ramos.
Sure, Judge. The agreement in this case, it's a straight jail agreement with a maximum of 60 days and a minimum of 50 days, leaving the exact number up to the discretion of the court.
It's maximum of 60, minimum of 50?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
That's correct, Judge.
Mr. Ramos, do you have family?
Yes, sir.
Do you have children? How many?
No, Your Honor. I don't have any children.
No children.
No.
Are you working? Do you have a job or available?
Yes, sir. I work landscape.
You're what?
I work landscape with my brother. He owns a company for landscaping, grass.
Okay. And what kind of money do you earn?
I make about 14 an hour, work 40 hours a week, sometimes more. So maybe rounding like 2,500 a month.
All right. And do you have significant debts that you have to take care of?
No, Your Honor. I just pay rent and just pay rent. That's it.
All right. Mr. Locke, have you conferred carefully with Mr. Ramos concerning that $4,500 fine that the state imposes on someone convicted of a DWI second?
We have, Your Honor, and what I planned to do is submit an order to the court of indigency. He does make money, Judge, but I do believe on his taxes that he would qualify for the exception to the surcharge based on what he makes. And he has been unemployed until recently. So he was employed with landscaping company. He's been unemployed. I'm sorry, Judge. I'm on 10% battery right now. So
Go ahead.
And briefly, he's recently become reemployed.
All right, Mr. Ramos, you heard what Mr. Locke said.
Yes, sir.
Is that true? And can you swear that that is true, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, then the court finds that as due to your recent unemployment and only recent employment, I find that you are indigent and could not afford the fine that the state imposes. All right, now, on the charge of DWI second, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
I accept your plea of guilty. Did anyone threaten you, intimidate you, or promise you anything in exchange for the DWI second plea?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I accept your plea of guilty. I'll find you guilty. How long has he been under supervision, Sam?
Your Honor, yes, I'm sorry, Judge. I'm looking
How long
for a
has he
charge.
been under supervision since he was
He's
arrested?
been about 6 months with pretrial services. He's been paying for the handheld device, Judge. Does that answer the question? I'm sorry, Judge. I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
for a charger. Okay.
Okay. All right, then.
I'll be right back.
Mr. Ramos, I'm going to sentence you to 50 days, the minimum that per the agreement, 50 days Bexar County Jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
Was there any kind of accident or anything, Ms. Pollard?
No, Judge, I don't believe there was an accident in this one. There was not.
Then I'm going to make it 40 days. What the hey? I understand what the agreement was. But DWI second is egregious. It is difficult. Mr. Ramos,
Yes,
you
sir.
sure as hell better not get arrested again for DWI.
No,
If
Your
you
Honor.
do- If you do, you're going to state prison. You understand?
Yes, sir. This has been a long learning lesson for me, and it's something that's dramatically changed my life. I know a lot of people say it sometimes, but I've really learned that drinking and drive is not never the best, never the best option, and it's something I would never do again, sir.
All right. There's no reason for it. You don't have to drink and drive. You want to drink, drink, but don't drink and drive.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then this matter will be closed at this time. Sam, find a charger if you need, or just get home.
The bailiff that I was complaining about earlier gave me a charger, Judge, so I take
All right.
everything back.
Very good. Very good. All right. Then you be
Thank you,
safe.
Judge.
Mr.
May be
Ramos,
excused.
good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Oh,
when
Judge,
does he, when
Judge.
does he surrender?
We'd like Friday or Monday, Judge.
All right, let's give you Monday at 6 p.m. Is that understood, Mr. Ramos?
Yes, sir.
And then one other thing, Judge, he's currently ordered to have the handheld device. And so if we could have an order that does that, I guess, quote unquote, removes that obligation when on the day that he turns himself in, that would be helpful.
We will add that to the order.
Thank you, Judge.
That's acceptable. And before you do that, go by the courthouse. The offices of County Court number 5, cinco,
Yes, sir.
and have your thumbprint placed on the papers. They have to place it. That's required by law. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Stay safe, guys.
You too, sir.
Sam,
Thank you.
you're excused. Take care. And we actually have the late Abelardo Garza.
Judge, I did call in and left a message.
All right, well, that's good to know.
I was in a, I don't know if my client's here. I have not been able to contact him.
Nope, your client's a failure to appear.
I'll see if I can, I'll try to get a hold of him, Judge. I don't,
Introduce him. Or they'll
I'll
be
try.
aware.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you are.
You have a good
Where you
day.
been, by the way?
I was in the 289 for sentencing disposition and the 386 as well. And the 227.
All righty.
I'm not ignoring you, Judge, I promise.
Pardon me?
All right. Take it easy, Judge.
Got you. All right. I think that concludes our docket this morning, folks.
Judge, real quick, on the plea, was there going to be a fine and court costs or just the court costs?
On which one?
On Ramos, the one you just did.
Well, we didn't recite anything on that.
Judge, it's just the court cost. There's no fine. It would run concurrent anyway, so it's $0 fine.
All right. Kayleen, make sure include that. It's a $0 fine, court costs.
Okay, Judge, I've already closed that case. Do you want me to go back on the record?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, let me get back on. Okay.
Can you mute the courtroom, Nicole?
Yes. It's muted.
That's where the racket was coming from. All right, back on the record. The
Yes, sir. On Ramos?
in the matter of Ramos is a $0 fine, court cost. Time and money run concurrent. Thank you, Ms. Rivera.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, then that's it for today.
Sounds good. See you
Okay.
guys tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
Y'all take care, stay safe.
Thank you, you too.